Kugan Cassius, iFLTV here in Liverpool, joined by Paul Smith. Do you know what? We just asked your brother Stephen, have you seen Paul? And he said, silly question, just look where the food is. That's what he said.
It's a good food place, this.
You're in shape though, anyway, yeah?
I just don't eat shit no more, not too much anyway. I took retirement a bit too serious and then just thought, I'm not going near a gym. I'm eating all the food that I wanted to eat while I was fighting, and I'm not going to exercise again. But you learn the hard way a few years later when you're getting out of bed, running up the stairs, chasing the kids, and can't fucking breathe. So yeah, just try and just keep it simple now and just eat real food and try and just go to the gym and train. Just do a bit of weights rather than punching things anymore.
Makes sense. Nights like this need to happen more often, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not saying it's because of us, my generation. I used to love going and watching Andy Olligan, Shane Airy, Matthew Ellis and all the pros who were based in Liverpool when I was a young kid growing up, so I had ambitions of wanting to be like them. But then our generation, myself and my brothers, Bellew, Derry Matthews, all the rest around that group, all your Selkirks, Joe Maxson, everyone who came through.
Price, yeah.
Big Price, he putting big shows on. He was topping of it in Liverpool a lot of the times, in 80, in the Echo Arena, big shows. Then all the kids that are going to them shows, or the kids who are in the gyms boxing or just about to turn pro, they're watching, I think, and I want that. And if there's not enough shows in the city, then the young kids are not getting to see as many of their immediate peers, let's say, the ones who they can be like because they know they can be like because they're from the same place as them. But it's good seeing boxing, big time boxing in Liverpool. Good seeing world title fights. Nick Paul's the latest world champion from the city. He's flying, he's doing really well. TJ Dehenny's a tough lad. He's a nice lad as well. I get on with him, he's a good lad. It's a good fight, it's a good show. Charlie Edwards and Andrew Cain on the undercards. I've got Steve Clark on the undercards, big ticket seller. And he's one who's wanting to emulate the rest of the lads and girls, including Tasha now, who's come from Liverpool. I forgot to mention Tasha there, a bit sexist, but she's had an unbelievable career and had some good nights in Liverpool as well.
Absolutely. It's a shame you four never fought on the same pro card, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I would have, if I could have, I would have come right after retirement if it was a possibility, but I said to them, you've probably got a year max, and then I'm probably going to not even make cruiserweight. So if it would have happened, I'd have loved it. It'd been great. I think me, Stephen and Liam did, and me, Stephen and Callum did at Goodison. But never the four. But listen, it's one of a few things we missed out on. None of us ever got to the Olympics. We never qualified. I never tried. Liam never tried. Stephen and Callum were very close and had a couple of contentious decisions. But it's something for maybe my lad or Stephen's lad to try and do that we never. But boxing on the same show, no. Would have been great, wouldn't it?
It would have been. I think we can get you all four on Misfits if you're interested.
I feel like going on there. I take the bait sometimes. I take the bait and feel like saying, I'll sell it, take one arm to my body, and I'll fight one of them with one hand if you want.
If the money's right.
If the money's got to be right, obviously. But I keep saying that old story. I get fellas who's a painter who said to me once, would you fight Jake Paul for £5 million, lad? I'm like, oh mate, like it's the silliest fucking question in the world, isn't it? There's not a man alive for £5 million I wouldn't fight. But yeah, if the money was right, never say never. But I'm one who's slagging a lot of ex-fighters off for coming back, and I mean to the proper pro game. I think once you're done, you're done. I'm seeing people talk about Vladimir Klitschko coming back. Like, come on, mate. You've been retired a long time. It doesn't matter what shape you've kept yourself in. It's a dangerous game to come back and overstay your well.
Father time is a real thing.
Beats everyone. My last fight, I was 34, and the lad I was fighting was 24, and I felt it. And I could see the shot. I just couldn't pull the trigger. I seen a little bit with Tasha the other night, last week. A lot of places a quality fighter, no shame in that, no shame in the performance that Tasha put up either, but it's a young person's sport, and Father Time beats them all, and there's many more examples of that, and there's some unfortunately now who are probably still fighting on when they shouldn't be there.
Right, last one. What did you make of the 100 grand fine that Chris EUBANK got?
I put a tweet out straight away, which you mentioned to Liam. I saw your interview with Liam yesterday. He's saying the same thing. No, as soon as every boxer's reading that, they're thinking, where the fuck's that going? Who's getting that money? Because boxing board control, you have a license with them to box. I've had enough arguments with them on email recently over every email is sending, you will not be able to box unless you do this, you will not be able to do this. It's like, we hold a license with you, we can go and get a license with someone else. Like, you haven't got the authority that you think you have got, and fining someone £100,000 for doing something that's, again, I'm not trying to be a snitch, but what happened with Dylan White with the table? What did he get fined for that? Because was that not worse than the egg? He slapped the egg in Conor Benn's face, another professional fighter, another grown man. That table got picked up and thrown towards, quite indiscriminately for Chisora, towards Dylan White. But there was Eddie, there was Adam Smith, there was a couple of other lads there. And it near hit them, and who decides the severity of it, and who decides what was disrepute and what wasn't?
I just want to read this to you. So, off the back of Liam's interview yesterday, a rep from the British board has since confirmed to us that all fines from the board go to Boxers in Need Fund and helps boxers and boxing clubs at grassroots level. So that's where the money goes. That's a rep that's said that.
I'd like to see a receipt of it. I'd like to see where it went, because I've been at seconds courses doing my seconds licence, and the fella who's a lovely fella, he's saying, the boxing board's control help a lot of ex-fighters and they phone them regularly. And I put my hands up and said, I haven't had a single fucking phone call from him. I've been retired for 4 years. Like, we helped Gary Buckland's family or something when one of them fell down the stairs or something. Michael Jennings was behind me and put his hand up, but I've never heard a thing of. I've been retired for 10 years. It's like, the phone doesn't go from you. The phone goes when you're ringing us to query something that we're doing now with regards to training fighters or managing fighters, but you don't help any ex-fighters that I've seen or that I've known of. Nick Blackwell was tweeting on that. He was replying to that tweet saying, I wouldn't mind a bit of that money. If ever there's a case of someone who deserves a bit of help and financial help from the Boxing Board to Control, it's people like Nick Blackwell and Michael Watson and others. John Cooney. I would never ever use that as a stick to beat anyone with, so I never spoke about it. But I'd like to know what the board gave his family. What was he insured for? What was he covered for if he lost his life in the ring? Do his family get looked after? Does the funeral even get paid for? Was there any form of policy in place? Because in my opinion, there should be. If you get in the ring and risking your life, there should be some form of health insurance, medical insurance, or some form of life insurance policy to a licence holder. Because you're paying your dues, you're paying your licence fee, you're paying 4% of your pay to them, and if you fight abroad, you pay a levy at their discretion, whatever they say the levy is. And I'd like to see where it all goes, to be honest with you. It should be there for public knowledge.
To be fair, you've been vocal about this in the past on numerous occasions, haven't you? Not this specific situation, but always. Situations similar to this.
Always, and sometimes I'll have a go at the officials when I see bad decisions or see bad things, but then I'm the first to praise them. I did it for Steve Gray with Cattle with the knockdown. It wasn't a knockdown. And as harsh as people might have thought it was, by the law of the land, it wasn't a knockdown. The feet come together. I spoke to Steve Gray in Saudi. I said, well done. I'm quick to call you, so I've got to be quick to praise you. He said, I could tell by the way he went down, it wasn't a knockdown, and that's experience. You can't buy that. I would like to see referees answer to the media, because I think you're going to get better decision making from them if they know they have to explain it, and it will clear a lot up straight away. No, I didn't give that because of this. No problem. There's no argument. There's no debate on Twitter then. But I just want things fair with the board and a lot of the people that that have the same complaints as me just want the same. Just keep everything fair and transparent. That's how an organisation like the Boxing Board or any other commission around the world is run.
Paul Smith, much appreciate your time. The wane is about to begin, so yeah, we look forward to a great night here in Liverpool, and may they continue in Liverpool.
Nice one, mate. Thank you.
Top man. Thank you.